Hi, how are you all doing? I know it's been a minute. I did want to start off with a reading from Psalm chapter 4, verse 1 through 8. Answer me when I call to you, O God who declares me innocent. Free me from my troubles. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long will you people ruin my reputation? How long will you make groundless accusations? How long will you continue your lies? You can be sure of this. The Lord set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will answer when I call to him. Don't sin by letting anger control you. Think about it overnight and remain silent. Offer sacrifices in the right spirit and trust the Lord. Many people say, "Who will show us better times?" Let your face smile on us, Lord. You have given me greater joy than those who have abundant harvest of grain and new wine. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe. So basically, I've been going through quite a bit, and this just reminds me that we can rejoice in God's protection and peace. We can place our confidence in God because He will always listen when we call on Him. And I have something to say about that. I was having a terrible day yesterday. We have been through some more trials recently. Doesn't seem like it's getting any easier. However, I went to work destroyed emotionally because my husband had said some things about me behind my back to people at the hotel we're staying at, and said some things that were personal between he and I. And I'm not okay with that. It wasn't his place to do that. And let's just say there was a lot of flirting going on between him and this girl that is staying next door to us, and then a lot of denial on his end. This is not anything new from him. He has done this to me for 15 years. God has opened the door twice to help me get out of it, and I came back like a dum-dum. Needless to say, I was working, and when I was reading that scripture, I was calling out to the Lord. As I was driving, listening to K-Love, listening to uplifting spiritual music, I was praying nonstop, praying without ceasing, asking God to show me Himself, to show me His love, to let me know that He's right there. Sometimes we just need to feel that more than other times. And I have faith that He's there, but sometimes we want that in our lives. I know I do. And we don't always get it because it's His will. However, yesterday He showed up. He really, really showed up. I was at my second to last stop, and I pulled up. This nice gentleman came out and started saying, your old service is so great. I just ordered this today and I can't believe I already got it. And he was so happy and excited, and so much joy and gratitude, which made me reevaluate a lot of things that were going through my head about my life. Well, he went in, he said, "Oh, stay there for just a second." I hadn't told him anything about my life or anything about what was going on, because that's not the place to do it, and I didn't know him. But he said, I'll be right back. He went in the house, came out, handed me a $20 bill, which, mind you, was critical because my job had sent me out so far away, and I pay for my own gas, that I wouldn't have made it back. So first off, there's that. God was like, okay, here's this $20 because you're not going to make it back to your second work block if you don't take this. He said, I want to bless you, this guy. And he gave me $20. And I had no idea he was going to do that. And then I just, the waterworks came out. I bawled my eyes out, and I told him, we had recently had to leave our home, and that I slightly mentioned some things with my husband, and that's really rocky, and I just don't think this is the best thing for me to do anymore in my life. That I know that there's more out there, more joy, more happiness than what is not, I would say, being fulfilled, but it's not in regards to my marriage. And this guy tells me he had been married for 56 years, and he had just lost his wife, which broke me down. He told me some stories about serving and how he met her, and made me laugh. And God put that man there. He said, do you think this is a coincidence that you're here right now? And I said, no. I prayed for God to show me his love today, to show me that he's here with me. And the guy prayed. He prayed for me. He grabbed my hand. He prayed for me. He's probably in his late 70s. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And then he tells me he was a pastor, a retired pastor. But I don't think if you're a pastor, you ever actually really retire from that. He serves the Lord. That's what he does. And I immediately knew. I mean, he might as well have been skipping along when I first laid eyes on him. He had so much joy. And I needed to see that, because I had so much distress and emotional pain at that time. But I just want to say that, God shows up. So if you're going through a hard time, I encourage you to continue to pray. Get in the Word. Pray without ceasing. God's will be done. And there are times where you might cry out, and either you don't recognize that God is showing you, or God isn't showing you right in your face. Yesterday, he showed me that he was right there, and I felt the warmth, the love, and the touch, and I knew it was going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay. That guy said, well, now you have my address, which I don't ever take anyone's address down when I'm delivering. But he said, you can write me and let me know when things get better. And so I've never done this, but I took the address down because I know one day I'm going to be able to send him a letter and say, look, things are so much better. I'm so happy. My kids are happy. Things are great. And I want to be able to do that. And I know that God is going to put me in that place where I can. So I just encourage you to continue to pray and stay close to God. God will not fail us. We just need to walk with him. Continue to walk with him. Not away from him, but walk with him. I pray for all of you out there. You're very loved. And don't give up. Have faith and have hope. God bless you.